You beat me up, I'll turn you to dust. Before you kill me, I'll tell you a secret. As thanks for beating me, his parents are alive. They are also part of divine laws. Knowing that, will you still continue with your revenge, Purple Oozaru?
The energy was going to come out of Akami's palm, but it was stopped by his brother.
What did you just say?
Are you making fun of me?
I was thinking of ending your life, and that you would finally be free of your blessing, which is more like a curse. But I'll have to do the same thing we did to Kronos. We will seal your power so that you will continue alone for the rest of your miserable life. It's your problem. If you want to believe me, you'll see with your own eyes.
All the planet left were unable to move.
A mighty warrior had appeared.
Time pause.
The divine law that had appeared left Goku trembling, who realized that everything the Sheik said was true. Getsuga had appeared in front of them.
I never thought that you would be defeated, but since you are going to die, I have come to spare you the humiliation of dying at the hands of these people. Give me the blessing of death. Damned.
You have used the chrono time pause. I knew I couldn't trust you. You are collecting the blessings for your own benefit.
Impossible, it's Getsuga. Tomadaruma, be very careful, that key is different from what he used to have.
Yes, Saru, I can feel it too. It's a disgusting key. You can feel like it has killed thousands. Father, are you really part of those divine laws? Getsuga's soul was sealed in that body, but his memories were still there. Daruma, you have grown quite a bit.
Too bad, I'll have to kill you soon.
Daruma, don't let me steal that woman's blessing. If it does, it will be so powerful that we won't be able to defeat it. Yeah, a useless divine law that allows itself to be defeated by these guys doesn't deserve to have a blessing. That's why I'll take care of her for you.
Demon's Wrath, Kaioken, increased by 20 times. The pause of time would be torn to pieces.
You have the power to remove the blessing of time, but you were just trash to me.
I don't get it, Dad.
If you were part of that sect, why did you commission me to eliminate them?
What are you talking about, Mokoso? I would never entrust that to a weak being like you. Now is not the time to fight you.
This is not my real body. I only came for the blessing of this garbage. So if you want to kill me and end this, come to the divine sect if you have the courage to do so. Here I will take care of turning you into dust, a powerful energy.
He was about to take the blessing out of Shi's weakened body, but that Getsuga clone was destroyed by a crushing blow from Goku.
My own father is my enemy?
The divine of death. Earlier, you told me the truth.
I'm going to trust you. I will protect you for now. Don't you dare betray me. If you end my life, my blessing will be stolen by him.
I will not betray the one who saved my life.
Getsuga in the divine sect began to sneer loudly. What's the matter, Getsuga-sama?
Does he seem very happy?
I failed to steal Shi's blessing.
Is that what makes you so happy?
No, Chimatsu. Our prey, the purple Oozaru, destroyed my body of you. It's so strong that my blood is burning with so much emotion. Going back to Goku's planet, I had the confidence to kill the entire sect, but now that I know who my enemy is, even if he only looks like my father and isn't really him, I'm not sure if I can kill him.
Look, brother, I don't know anything about our parents, but we just have to eliminate what poses a threat to the universe. As protector kings of the world, that is our duty. Even if we have to face our loved ones, we cannot turn back. You once killed Yamoshi, he was part of your family, your brother. Why do you now come with those feelings that only limit your power?
You're absolutely right, Akami, but having never lived with them, I'm glad to know they're still alive. That is why it would hurt me to have to kill those beings that I never thought I had. My mother Bados was to be important in my life as Goku. That's why I told Shiro-san to take her to the realm at all, out of this danger.
But Getsugaya called me your parents. They are a totally different case.
Very different from that time I killed Yamoshi. I feel nostalgic just having them face to face, but I also feel great despair knowing that no matter what I do, they intend to kill us. Life hits hard. I never thought I would have to face to my own parents. It doesn't matter that I have a supreme power. This time they have attacked what makes me a living being, my heart.
You will protect my life, you told me so, that's why I must share this information with you. I am betraying my sect, but they have tried to kill me.
That guy named Getsuga, who is your father, is not being manipulated or anything like brain control.
You know?
His soul is sealed in his own body. The energies of the sacred planet are the owners of Getsuga's powerful body. If you kill him, you would not be killing your father, but rather that hatred and rancor of the negative energies of the fallen divine laws that were still on the sacred planet. He called me by my name. He knew that I was his son. That happens because the brain has thousands of memories, and the vast majority of them still prevail even after separating the soul from the body. Don't worry, Purple Oozaru, don't worry about petty things like that.
Just think about whether you can really beat him.
You said that you would kill him, but I ask you, do you think that guy is a normal divine law? Now he has in his possession the blessing of time and the supreme power. If he had succeeded in killing me, he would also have the blessing of death, and you would only have the fate of dying at his hands. I just hope stupid Shimezu and the others aren't such idiots as to offer their blessings.
And why not just kill them?
That way he would have all the blessings, and he would end the multiverse quickly. That's impossible. If he kills a divine law for no reason, the blessing disappears.
As the leader, he can kill divine laws that have been nearly defeated, thus preventing the boon from choosing a new wielder on its own.
The recovered blessing should be brought to the sect, to be used by a talented clan member in the future.
But that bastard doesn't plan to do that. He wants all that power for himself. With the 12 blessings gathered, he would wipe out the entire multiverse with just a single breath. If you put it that way, I think we're not completely lost. A divine law would never deliver its blessing of its own free will. So this guy's plan is for us to do his dirty work for him.
But with everything we've been through, we know that the most important thing for them was to kill my brother, their most dangerous enemy.
Why does the divine sect leader want to sacrifice his own companions?
I think I know what's going on. They were probably after a body just as powerful as that Getsuga guy. That's why they wanted to defeat Goku. Getsuga also wants to have Goku by his side, or rather just his body, and do the same as they did to the real Getsuga.
But for what? If that divine sect is at the top, even though we are as strong as them, we would never have thought of declaring war. What is the point then of wanting Goku's body so much?
Unless they are preparing for a war with someone more powerful.
Someone stronger than a divine law?
That's nonsense, Dad. She remembered ancient words of Zeus. Getsuga, the purple Oozaru of Multiverse 4, will one day have a power similar to ours.
Those Oozaru bodies must have something very special.
If we have the patience to wait for them to evolve and steal their bodies, I'm sure those strong bodies should be able to withstand more than one blessing and thus be able to rival those cursed ones.
Our sect must be the most powerful of all.
That is illogical. When I heard that conversation between Zeus and Shimezu, I didn't pay much attention to it.
Is there really someone that our sect leader is afraid of? And now Getsuga, who is looking at all costs for a way to become stronger. What is it, Lady Dina? Your face turned pale. Do you have any more information that might be useful?
Sheep thought, no, that's just crazy on me.
I can't talk about more and I'm not sure myself what I heard that day.
I'm not hiding anything. I've told them everything I know, but I don't feel good at all. You used many beasts at once. It's natural for you to feel this way. Go rest in our house, that your power will recover faster.
You will be of great importance in the mission, which is to defeat all your teammates and lock them up. To prevent my father from stealing his powers, you are going to reveal the location of each of them.
Of course, I just hope that they are not all in accept. The divine law was brought to Nin's house, where he was rapidly healing. This place is very similar to the sacred planet, but the energy here is completely pure. There is no mixture of darkness. The words of that divine law calmed you down a bit, right, Father? I'm a little calmer.
That body for now is an empty shell.
Is not my father.
I will try to defeat him and release those negative energies from his body. In the divine sect, Getsuga-sama, Shishi was left alive. Isn't he likely to betray us and reveal sect secrets? Shishi death is very different from everyone else. He is not so confident in the sect.
It is very certain that she revealed everything she knows about us. It would be nice to get everyone else together to avoid getting killed, but that would be very boring. Also, it is very helpful.
If they defeat more divine laws, I will have more opportunity to take their blessings. That would be sacrificing everyone without gaining anything in return, sir. What do you think if we send hatred to divine law?
His power is similar to Shi's and his blessing will give him a great advantage.
Divine law of hate.
The hearts of all living beings hold a bit of a grudge.
That seems fine to me.
Send Kirai to that planet as I command, sir.
Telepathically, they communicated with the divine law of hatred to entrust it with the mission of ending the purple Oozaru. Damn it, why do I have to do the job that loser she couldn't do? She bragged about her power so much that she was defeated by that beast. I hope she's still alive to sneer to her face. We are going to hunt a beast. Prepare for a bloody fight. As His Majesty Kirai orders, returning to Goku's planet. If she was about to regain her powers and she was too thoughtful. If she was the leader of the sect, in these cases to prevent information from leaking out, he would send someone with a powerful blessing to eliminate the enemy. And that someone would be Kirai, the stupid one who mocked my blessing. This is bad. That Shimezu bastard is very smart. He will surely think the same thing as me.
Kai stopped meditating at Nin's house and moved very quickly where everyone was.
Hey, Oozaru Purple, we're in trouble. Most likely, a dangerous companion will be sent to kill you.
I assume you mean that Dark Key, which is heading to this planet right now.
It's her. Kirai, you guys are in big trouble. That woman has a lower strength level than me, but her blessing is also dangerous. If you have a bit of hate in your heart, you won't be able to move even a bit when she activates her power, especially your purple Oozaru. The hatred you feel in your heart because of the divine sect as a meds, you will be an easy prey for them.
Goku in the past had a pure heart, but now the girl is right.
The murderous energy emanating from his body is a problem.
After a couple of minutes, the invaders arrived on the planet.
Look at that, a group of well-organized warriors. It seems that they already expected my arrival, that they can perceive the power of a divine law. It means that they are a bit strong. Oh, so you're still alive, stupid. I can't believe it. You're an expressive traitor.
What did you do to make that hateful guy spare your life?
Do you also know how to seduce? I thought the only thing you were good at was consuming everything in your path. Kirai, you're stupid. Don't you realize that Getsu got plans to kill us?
That's why I prefer to stay with these people.
You must also escape from the sect. Or sooner or later they will take away the blessing of hate. Yes, just like Shimezu told me, you've gone crazy. Yes, now you are an enemy of the divine sect. You and all these people are going to perish.
We'll see that first.
Demon's Wrath, Saru, Beast Shield, Killer Domain.
A fierce flash was about to shock the divine law.
When his terrible blessing activated, invading the entire planet with it. Goku inches from Kirai was completely subdued. His body didn't move a bit.
That divine law, taking advantage of the situation, impacted his stomach with energy. Blood was coming out of Goku's mouth and hot steam from his stomach.
What a regeneration! You're even more of a freak than we are. I'll have a little fun with you. I think I know why that kite trash joined you. You are very good looking. That divine law, with his tongue he would drink the blood that came out of Goku's mouth.
That would make Nin too angry, who was filled with hatred and would instantly fall prey to the power of the blessing.
Living things are so predictable, so that woman who fell to her knees on the floor is your woman. So how about we start this game?
You will stay still while my warriors play with your wife and the others. Kirai flew to where she was and grabbed her by the neck, putting her next to Goku. You two will stay with me.
I'm going to torture them, while I have fun watching these guys suffer. Akane was trying to suppress her hatred, but within a few seconds, she too fell to the ground. He couldn't stand his brother being treated like dirt. Wow, so many of you are still standing. No matter how you hide it, you all have a little bit of hate in your heart.
Kana, Amaterasu and Akuma also fell to their knees. Stop opposing. None of you will be left standing.
Facing the power of Empress Kirai, Kana had a past hatred for the gods that held her prisoner.
Akuma still had a bit of hatred for Kana Akatsuki for Shiro's betrayal. Yamaterasu, the grudge of his parents, who only used their own children.
Yukina at that time had a pure heart.
Shiro, Yu and Yuma had a very hard heart. They were able to suppress hatred and escape from Kirai's power. In this world there are warriors capable of chaining their own feelings. The warriors on your side are very unusual, Trash Oozaru.
Let's see all of you, tear those guys that are still able to move to pieces. As commanded by your majesty, I chirped telepathically. Oozaru Purple, don't be an idiot, stop hating the divine sect. I always believed that Kirai's blessing was invincible, but if your companions sealed their feelings, you should be able to too.
For them, everything that is happening worries them because I am part of their family, but it is impossible for them to feel the same as me. My parents fell victim to the divine sect, and the people I should have protected were wiped out by you. How can I get all that hate off me, Ecchi? If you don't, go get ready to rack up more hate, because all of them are going to be killed by Kirai.
The 7 divine law servants began their attack.
The 4 standing warriors were being rained down with energy attacks. This woman is underestimating us. His companions are very slow. It was what the 4 of them thought. They began to dodge the energy spheres very easily. Stop playing games, or I'm going to give you a severe punishment. I want to see all these people suffer, seeing that their recent attacks were easily mocked and that their love I was too angry.
The mutants that accompanied the divine law released the maximum of their powers.
Jaciente's ki, if I compare it to Goku when he releases his domain to the neighbor, are insignificant.
Kaioken, prison power.
One of the mutants fell to the ground unable to move, and Yule had sealed all his power. And the strong gravity of the planet had made him fall to his knees and with his face glued to the ground.
Sword art, 1,000 divine cuts.
One more fell in front of the terrifying power and might of Yuma's sword.
Bang.
Oozaru's wrath, purple demon eye. Another fell from a crushing blow, and one more suffered severe mental damage due to the purple heavenly light. Goku, being tortured by Kirai, communicated in the same way with Kai. Do you still think they are going to be killed?
Divine laws, they will have to prepare to face my powerful family. His sect is not insurmountable.
After all, you were right, Kai. The beings we have as servants are nothing more than insects. It sickens me just to think that those warriors are on my side.
3 powerful bolts of energy turned the remaining mutants to dust.
I don't need pathetic and weak beings on the winning side.
He eliminated his own allies. The 2 who were still alive and have been defeated by the power prison in the purple heavenly light were also reduced to dust, and Kirai instantly killed herself.
Is he sick in the head? No, he's preparing to deal with everything he's got.
In his first life, he must have realized that he was no match for us. A terrifying pressure fell on everyone. I was certain that I would kill them in my first life, but I prefer not to leave it to chance.
I will tear them apart with supreme power. Power prison. Yu's energy sealing attack was about to reach the divine law. Who, taunting behind him, shouted, "That was close, Mokoso. You have great ability as a warrior. Would you like to be my new servant?" You are the perfect candidate. Yu Yagami a servant. You must be wrong in the head. If it were the other way around, it could be possible. Kirai was furious at such an insult and kicked hard. A kick that would be parried to Iju's arm. Stopped a multiversal energy attack with just your arm. You surprise me, but how about this? That woman's leg was getting heavier, and Yu's arm was beginning to give way. She was letting more energy run over that part of her body, and it was crushing you. You must pay more attention. You have more enemies to worry about. A spear of power exploded on Kirai's back, who wouldn't be affected as much. But his back had suffered severe burns. That for a divine law was a supreme humiliation. Damned.
How dare you attack me from behind? She stopped facing you to pounce to attack Yukina. Her purple light made her recoil. Those eyes are too annoying. Dealing with insects, it's too hopeless. She has great mental power. The purple heavenly light failed to take her down.
Even if it's 4 against 1, a divine law that has the power to wipe out a multiverse shouldn't have a problem. Stop getting in my way, you scumbags.
A huge explosion shook the planet.
A ki blast had come out of Kirai's body. You, protect your mother and others.
Yu released the Kaioken, moving quickly to form a shield that would protect everyone who was affected by divine law, with the exception of Goku and Shi, who were out of reach.
Goku and that woman are very resistant. Surely nothing will happen to them.
I'm sure nothing will happen to them.
Yukina, Yuma, and Hiro raised their power to hold back that blast, but the tremendous burst of that power had caused them a bit of damage. Yukina and Hiro's wounds closed up in a very short time. Just out of curiosity, what is that annoying healing ability? We are from the Demon Clan, a race that is not below your divine sect. One of my companions had already defeated a demon. If I'm not mistaken, his name was Ichiro Yagami.
The Demon Clan was not a problem for the divine sect, so their lives were spared.
So now they have also rebelled against us. Who forgive his disgusting life?
That's because the demon clan was wiped out.
There are only a few of us left who are not afraid of his sect.
If my grandfather was surrendered at his feet, it's his problem. Dance of the sword, fang of light that pierces the skies, drops of blood poured out from Kirai's body. Don't they get tired of attacking like cowards? Why don't you come forward? I'll show you how I'll take your little sword and shove it down your throat.
She vanished, and in front of Yuma, a murderous look did not allow him to move.
This is like Goku's killing domain.
My body has become heavy.
With a lot of effort, he began to move slowly, but it would be useless to escape. The fist emanating cold energy would hit her in the head, causing her to faint from so much force exerted on that part of her body.
One last.
As his eyes closed, Yuma thought, what an idiot I was. I should have used all my power.
Close to receiving the blow that would end his life. That divine law was shot and struck countless times by someone who couldn't be seen. No one touches her and she remains unscathed.
Stop you.
You are getting very angry.
You still with the Kaioken was stopped. You've finally shown some hate.
That girl with the sword is important to you. Your cold heart showed its true nature. I already told you, there is no one who can escape my blessing. If they are able to suppress feelings,
in the middle of the fight, they will surely feel hate for me.
I don't understand how Kai was defeated by you. It's worth nothing.
When she finished taunting them, a gigantic fist suddenly impacted her.
That fist was from Saru, who had come out of nowhere from Yukina's body.
Kirai was bleeding like never before.
A simple blow hurt me so much, my body aches and feels heavy.
Stop bragging that you're better than us.
Celebrate your victory when we are all dead, but keep this in mind, you will be so hurt that you will not be able to feel happy for having won.
You are lucky to have a power capable of suppressing my father, because he would have killed you a couple more times by now.
And that doesn't mean we can't do it. While the divine law was damaged by the recent attack, Shiro took the opportunity to use a camouflage Hakai with purple eyes.
Apparently, that power barely disappeared and was released, but it was only what Kirai was able to see.
That Hakai was on his way, making contact with her, and her body would be quickly erased.
That subject can also kill a divine law.
How did Kirai, with how fast she is, not dodge it? She was hurt, but that shouldn't be a problem.
I understand. He allowed himself to be killed on purpose to gain more power. You were wrong. That man is the greatest genius in the entire multiverse. He invents deadly techniques. That divine law couldn't see that attack. It was tricked with the demon eye.
At that moment, one of Goku's arms was able to move, but when the divine law appeared, it was paralyzed again. Her blessing loses power when she dies.
If I raise my power to the max, maybe I can defeat his blessing.
Just Shiro-san, try to kill that woman one more time.
You won't be able to do it.
The way out of this blessing is to get rid of all that hate.
Saying that, she ran away from Kirai's blessing.
He had suppressed all the hatred he felt and released a great power that made Kirai tremble.
That loser got rid of my blessing. Since you are free, do your job as a faithful member of the cult.
Help me get rid of these guys.
Shies appeared in front of Kirai.
I am no longer a divine law. You told me so yourself, Kirai the Emperor of Hate.
Hey, why do I feel like you want to kill me?
Because that's just what I'm going to do. Now I'm in my last life. Don't you think you have a chance to rival my power? Kirai's body jerked and was rendered immobile by a direct hit from Kai.
If you want to finish off all these people, you'll have to kill me first.
Trash. You disgust me. Don't you start to think that you are betraying the sect that made you what you are now?
From birth, our potential is measured, and those who are strong enough and able to withstand the power of a blessing become one of the 12 pillars of the sect.
The sect did not give me this power.
I became strong myself and was chosen to bring the blessing of death.
Shimezu, former right hand of Zeus, knows that I am the bearer of the blessing of death, the most outstanding that has ever existed.
My mind is calm. I am not a traitor. It was the current leader who turned his back on me. I am the kind of grateful person. That is why I will not let you kill the one who protected me, when that merciless guy was taking my blessing from me. A new blow shook Kirai's body, which was thrown against the ground, forming a large hole in the ground, and a small tremor was felt on the planet. His power is incredible. This is the result of reaching the 7th life. and energy beyond multiversal flows through his ki veins at this time. What the hell are the superiors thinking?
Why didn't they use Divine Punisher on her?
It is assumed that when a traitor appears, that ability that only the leader possesses completely erases him.
Well, I'm already in this problem.
My only way to win is to once again catch this nuisance with my blessing. Kirai, slumped to the floor, opened her eyes, watching as a large ball of dark power was coming down to where she was. The powerful attacks that he is able to throw outnumber me by far.
I just have to avoid having a melee battle in my second life. Am I easy prey for her? In these cases, it is better to let his attack end my life.
It's not moving. The planet went completely dark as that energy exploded.
Yes, logically.
For now, dying and coming back more powerful is your only alternative, Emperor of Hate. Now, Demon's Wrath, Kaioken, increased by 40 times.
That terrifying power made everyone tremble. He has stood up, shattered the blessing of hate into 1,000 pieces.
He has unimaginable power, not in the least compared to the power he used to fight me. His father was powerful, but this purple Oozaru is so much more. Goku's palms were filling with killing energy. Come on, come back from the dead, I'll turn you to dust. When Kirai reappeared, those who were gripped by his power were further subdued. This time they felt that their hearts were going to explode with anger, and their blood boiled with the same feeling. Goku, even with all that power, couldn't stay on his feet. Because, if I am more powerful than her,
do not be an idiot.
The only way out of his blessing is to stop feeling hatred for the divine sect. Is she right?
My power can't do anything against your blessing of hate?
It's very surprising that you got rid of my power for a few seconds, but to your bad luck, every time I come back to life, not only does my combat power increase, the blessing we possess also evolves and becomes stronger and more dangerous.
This guy is a freak. The blessing can barely subdue him. It's a relief that his body is rotten with pure hate.
Shiru and Yukina flew to Shi's side. You have shown us your good intentions, regardless of your past and the horrible things you did. You can count on me. That last word from Yukina played over and over again in Shi's brain. No one had ever said such a thing to him. Her own companions avoided as much as possible not to approach her as she carried an all-consuming blessing. Aren't you afraid of me? I am death in the form of a human. You helped my father.
You are fighting against your sect in which you were born.
If you were a completely evil being, you would have taken advantage of the fact that your partner was here to finish us all off, but you didn't. Your blessing can be a problem. Even at this moment I feel how little by little you are taking away my energy. But don't worry, those of us who are on this planet have a lot of energy reserves. Surely in the future you will be able to control that blessing well and be able to be a normal living being. She was left completely paralyzed by that. Outside of her sect she had found beings who understood the problem of having the blessing of death, and instead of being angry or scared because their power was devoured, they were trusting in her. Just hearing that must have made you infinitely happy. What that brat doesn't know is that you enjoy consuming everything that comes your way.
That's why the entire sect always supported the decision to keep you away. I will save that ignorant brat from dying slowly consumed. I will give him a quick and painless death. Flash of hatred, a not very surprising attack. It came out of that woman's palm. A power as pathetic as that can't do anything to me. Yukina was propelled with a strong slap, being pushed away from the recent attack of divine law.
Instead, the one who would receive the punishment of a dangerous power would be she, who began to be pierced by dark rays.
I understand how stupid the creatures that inhabit the planets can be, but I just witnessed it in a divine law. What an idiot.
You sacrificed your last life to protect that purple Oozaru brat. Regardless of not having hate, the subject that is reached by my power is filled with hate, belonging to the many subjects that are finished with this blessing. We are from the same sect, but no one knows the true power of each other.
Hate explosion.
Kirai closed his hand and Shi's body caused a gigantic explosion. You received your punishment, traitor.
Now is your turn.
Shuru Yukina prepared to attack. When Kirai felt a killing pressure make his body heavy, a huge bird of darkness had suddenly formed.
I think the same as you, Kirai. You are not able to see how far my power can go. In my last mission as a divine law, I became very powerful.
That is the phoenix bird, the one that is reborn from its ashes, the immortality provided by Alice's beast. You should be dead. You were using the last life. Now you will see how dead I am. A spiritual wolf appeared in front of she, which I release invisible onic waves, and the divine law received all that hyeno power without being able to escape. My brain is going to explode. You are a cheater. That power does not belong to your blessing. Kirai recovered a bit from the sonic boom and disappeared and appeared behind she. Kirai's blow hit she, but she didn't look affected. On the contrary, Kirai had been hurt. His arm had been badly damaged by the heat and hardness of the dragon scales that were protecting his body, and his skin began to rot rapidly.
Wretch, what did you do to my body?
Your cursed blessing is dangerous, but it doesn't consume a being as powerful as me that quickly.
Do not use the blessing of death. You have been poisoned by a snake. You haven't noticed anything, have you, Kirai?
Right now, if you can move, it's because I'd allow it. My left eye is Getsuga's eye of death. His power doesn't compare to your blessing, but I can make you tremble a little in fear. Helplessly, he quickly died.
Oozaru Purple, stay still.
Leave this battle to me.
Don't waste your power. Escaping for a few seconds will be of no use. The hatred becomes more and more powerful.
Are you sure you can beat her?
Trust me, I won't let you or your teammates die, I promise.
I expect the same from you. When the Getsuga generals, the strongest divine laws, try to kill me, don't go abandoning me.
If they try to end your life, they have to get past me first. I never abandon my companions. I'm counting on you in this fight, Kai. My father defeated the immortal bird in the beast world using the Hakai. But that was a technique invented by my grandfather. They must not know her.
We have a very powerful being on our side.
There is no way for her to lose. She is in control of all the beasts. Kirai appeared once more. She was very angry, and before she tried to convince her to give up the fight, she began to fight fiercely with her.
The exchanges of blows between the two girls were incredible.
Getsuga and Shimezu watched the fight of those two. The Getsuga clone that had been exterminated by Goku had released particles from here on the planet, and those particles combined with the air formed small invisible crystals, which were connected to a gigantic crystal of the divine sect, having as objective to look at everything on that planet and what surrounded Goku. Getsuga-sama, this is the perfect time. We must personally go to that planet.
The mighty Daruma warrior is defeated by Kirai's blessing. It will be easy to kill all the subjects on that planet. Kirai always appeared to be stronger than Kai.
But that bitch isn't the Kai we met. She has attained a power that is above most of the sect, only us generals, and you can finish her off right now. Kirai, the Emperor of Hate, facing the Princess of Ruin, has no other destiny than to die. Kronos' memories now belong to me too. Before he was defeated by that technique imprisoned by Ki, who used the Kai with that mutant that served Kirai. Daruma can use that power as well, but those two annoying guys are now crushed with hate. The only way to end this fight will be for she to end Kirai's life, and if that happens, the blessing of hate will be mine.
Therefore, Shimezu, patience is the most important thing.
I don't need to intervene. Without moving a finger, I'm going to get what I want.
Getsuga, I want you to get this over with. You're being too slow.
I need a blessing for the final evolution.
Be patient, Ayame. Soon you will be a pure divine law. Ayame, who in the past was used as a source of energy for the sacred planet, was reborn by the same planet that needed that powerful body so that together with Getsuga they could do something against the other sects, which would soon start the Megaverse War, the which was carried out once every 100 billion years. The winning sects could go further, and have the right to challenge one last test, to become the most desired by the 5 great sects. A true omnipotent being.
I don't want to be rude to you, Getsuga, but you are being very stupid to waste so much time.
There are only a few years left before the war. Take it easy, Ayame.
The secret of a true powerhouse is to never lose your cool. Patience is the most important virtue of a warrior.
Soon the blessings in Daruma will be ours.
I will go back to sleep.
Without a blessing, it will be impossible to reach the next stage. I can't understand Getsuga-sama's thoughts, but whatever, the sacred planet chooses warriors who have the opportunity to lead the sect to the top.
That's why I have to blindly trust him.
When the time comes, I will also deliver my blessing. I am very clear about my destiny, but the generals and divine laws will never hand over that power of their own free will.
We still have a long battle to win against all of them.
Even so, does Getsuga-sama intend to leave a blessing as important as death on the enemy side?
Don't worry, Shimezu. You're very thoughtful. Don't think I'm completely stupid. I know I have to recover the blessing of death. When she ends Kirai's penultimate life, a seal will be activated, ending both of their lives.
When do I prepare that seal?
Without a doubt, he will lead the sect to be the best of all. Kirai was very precise with her attacks, but Sheikah's capabilities in the beasts she had consumed were endless. Yukina, Shiro-san, can you hear me? She has a huge advantage in this fight, but the use of beasts' powers. They have two options, relying on his own power gained through hard training, or trust her enough and lend her his powers. I don't have an answer.
So I can't give an order that could cause everyone's death.
I trust in you.
Don't worry, Goku, we've already made up our minds.
You relax, our destiny is not death. At least not today.
I can't beat her.
My fourth life is useless.
She is in the last one.
But that is a double-edged sword. You gain great power temporarily, but after time passes, the only way is death, but that idiot continues with almost the same power.
His vitality has not diminished at all.
The iodine of death, the hatred that I came to feel because you wronged me was immense, but I must admit that your ability as a warrior earns you my respect. In the exchanges of blows, Kirai quickly began to be affected, to the point of causing a detonation, sacrificing his life. With that detonation, the most resistant planet in that universe was not able to withstand the explosion, and is shattered into 1,000 pieces.
Shuru and Yukina barely managed to protect everyone under the blessing.
Goku lost parts of his body, as his subdued power was at very low levels, but his fast healing began to recover the lost parts.
Are you okay, Oozaru Purple?
That Kirai.
I never thought that she would have the courage to take her own life. Good thing it just destroyed this planet. I managed to send the massive expansion to the destroyed beast universe.
Thanks for protecting everything, don't worry about me.
Healing still prevails even under that power.
Try to convince her to give up this fight.
That's what I'm going to do, but the Emperor of Hate is very arrogant.
I doubt my words will change her mind. An even colder energy was felt in space.
With all the detonating power in my body, I was only able to annihilate that planet. What trick did you use this time? You don't have to know.
Before I continue taking lives from you, I will say it one more time.
Getsuga plans to keep all the blessings. You are only going to be used by him. Your only destiny if you are still in the sect is to die or give up all your power.
Voluntarily surrendering your blessing and starting to cultivate power from scratch.
That will take you thousands and thousands of years. Even dead, I will not betray my sect.
I'm not scum like you.
So be it.
A fist of darkness pierced Kirai's heart in the blink of an eye. She vomited blood and was quickly consumed to death.
Only 2 to go.
Your death is drawing near, Kirai.
Kirai, very upset, appeared screaming. Where did you get so much power? You consumed me quickly.
Yes, you're still on time.
Let me finish these guys and come back to the sect with me.
That should be said by Kirai.
I am the one who is winning this fight. Do you value the sect more than your own life? When we receive the blessing, do we swear allegiance?
Protect the divine sect with our lives? An oath made up to keep us prisoners, taking orders from superiors?
Is that what that oath means?
Silence. A large ball of dark power invaded that space, being thrown towards it.
I can't dodge it.
If I do, the purple bear will take more damage, and with the explosion, this multiverse will be wiped out.
I have no other choice.
I will try to send a large amount of power flying with the Eye of Death, but that will consume a lot of energy.
The energy that seemed impossible to contain disappeared without a trace.
Impossible.
All my ki was gathered in that attack.
Shisa's breath looked exhausted.
At first glance, the great power he had used to prevent them from destroying the multiverse had been noticed. She has sacrificed a lot of power to protect us. She doesn't seem like a bad person. She was able to dodge that attack and let everything be destroyed. Instead, she used everything she had to prevent that from happening.
I can't understand why you've changed so much. You an all-consuming woman, why would you save all these people? I can't make you understand my thoughts. You have a lot of confidence in the sect that has only turned its back on us.
They knew you would die coming for the purple bear.
She moved agilely, taking advantage of the fact that Kirai's ki was just as spent as hers, and gave him the final blow that would end his penultimate life. After appearing again, she felt like his ki was frozen. He couldn't release even a bit of power. The same was true for Kirai, who was going through the same thing. Damn, a trap from that coward. You are a cheater, she.
What have you done to me now?
Stupid.
Didn't you notice when that guy used that seal on your body?
Kirai looked at a strange pentagram that glowed on his skin.
Shimezu, Getsuga-sama.
Have they really just used me? In a divine sect.
I win.
Just as I planned. Did you see Shimezu?
When you have power and wisdom.
You don't have to fight to win.
Forbidden stamp.
Divine sacrifice.
When Uetsuga used that technique, the blessing comes out on the wearer by force.
If they both wake up in the seventh life, they'd only have the alternative of dying. That was a master move. The seal is activated using a Kirai, but it has a very long range and can affect nearby divine laws.
Both of them were suffering too much. The power of hate that was being a problem for everyone was cut off.
Goku and everyone else were able to move, but it was too late. The seal was done.
Oozaru Purple, I'm finished.
I heartily regret consuming the beast universe.
The vital energy of the two was disappearing.
Quick, everyone power him up. We can't let him get his blessing. The divine law of hatred left Kirai's body.
She was not like she who had too much life energy. That boon left for the divine sect.
The seal allowed the blessing to be drawn into Getsuga's hands. The blessing quickly reached his hands and, mocking, he said,
They gain nothing by keeping that blessing a few more seconds.
Energy is consumed millions of times faster with that seal, and his ki veins are frozen. He can't do anything to channel all the power that's being passed to him.
The pentagram that was also glowing on Shi's skin was seen by Goku.
Saru, that symbol I remember seeing before. It's the symbol of the Master Divine Sect, but it won't do any good.
It is a very powerful seal, nothing can stop it.
Goku, it's impossible. That thing is draining all the power we're giving it. No matter how much power we have, if it is consumed at that speed, it will run out of us quickly. This time we have lost. No, we're not going to give up that easily.
They must not get one more blessing. Purple Demon Eyes. Demon Eyes ability.
He could understand the techniques of others, but that was a different case. You need to see your opponent head on in order to copy him, Goku.
It will not work.
Let me die. It is already impossible to save me.
How did he know when to activate the seal? He must have been staring at everything. Perhaps that clone that appeared before left something on this planet, and that something, despite the explosion, must still be in this place.
I have no choice but to risk it.
Fast.
Close your eyes.
And that of the demon, Kaioken, has increased 40 times. A large amount of power accumulated in Goku's right eye. Demon Eye, purple heavenly light, concentrating all the power in his eye.
The most powerful purple celestial light ever released by a demon exploded. That light reflected in the invisible crystals and reached the divine sect, and as Shimezu and Getsuga were staring at that, they received that great attack of Hyeno and were fainted by so much mental power she left from screaming since the pain had disappeared. The seal also made it. I knew that somehow they were watching us.
They have been hit by purple heavenly light, mixed with my most powerful technique.
Well friends, here is this part.